What's happening? This your man Qualified. We out here live, factory. You already know what it is. We got Lucj in the building. Hey, alright, man. So for the people who may not know who you are, may not know where you coming from, give us a little bit of background. Who are you? Where are you from? How'd you get out here? What's going on?
First and foremost, my husband, he military, so I'm a spouse, active spouse. Got 4 kids. We out here stationed for 3 years. Been a year already.
Yeah.
I'm from the GA, Georgia Peach all day, baby. 229 area. Oh, that's a little bit all about me. I dance. I started rapping when I was like in the 5th grade. Stopped for a little bit, picked it back up.
Yeah.
Now I'm taking it serious.
Okay, I feel it. Yeah. So even right before we pulled up for the interview, I was listening to one of your joints. Hold on.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
See. Hey, see. Now that joint is fire. I'm looking forward to seeing that live sometime soon. So yeah, just tell us a little bit about like the music. Like, who are your influences? Who did you grow up listening to?
I grew up listening to a lot of people. Tupac, I like me some Tupac, Biggie. I listen to all the dance music they used to have back in from the Georgia side. They cranked that, the Superman stuff, because I mixed that with my dancing. The rest of it just came from me because I've been writing for so long. So it just come from me basically.
Okay, word. So like what was the moment, because you said you started like back in 5th grade, so like what made you decide like, okay, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna pick up the pen, I'm gonna start trying this out?
Honestly, I started looking at my damn family like, damn, I got a family to feed. Lord gave me so many talents, I was like, shit, one go pop off. I picked the pen back up and I started writing.
I feel it. Okay, so that's what made you start taking it serious.
Yeah, I took it more serious when I see the industry just pin people in there that ain't really about shit, honestly. And then you looking over the people who got the talent, so I'm gonna get what they need to see.
There you go. Alright, cool. So like I don't know if you can speak on it, but like what's your situation? Are you like signed now, or are you just doing it independent?
No, I ain't signed now. I do everything on my own. I write on my own. I record with Bobby. Check him out. Bobby Mix by Engineer. Check him out. That's my nigga. Or whatever. So yeah, everything on my own. I go to LA next month for another little competition and try to meet with different record labels. So we go see where they go. Okay,
cool. That's what's up. So how did you end up getting active in the local scene out here? Like, where have you performed at?
I performed at the Coast to Coast Live. That was at Next Door down in Chinatown. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, in Chinatown. That was like my only really performance. My second one was I did a little open mic that Record Entertainment did out there at Boda. And that was it.
Yeah. So
those were my first performances. I thought I did good.
Okay, word. All right. So like what are we, because I know you're on SoundCloud, like do we have like projects out or?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna be dropping a single called Hood and Bougie with that girl Pat Chanel from Milledgeville, Georgia, so y'all be looking out for that too.
Hey, alright. Y'all already know what it is, man. Okay. So if you could like kind of stare into the future and like project where you want to be, like in 5 years, where would you see yourself?
I ain't even gonna go that far. In the next 6 months, y'all will see me on top. That's just big. I'm coming for 808, 229, all the above, baby. Lucj J on it. Gonna get put on the map.
That's confidence. I like it. I like it. Let's get it. Okay. So where can people find you? Like if they trying to.
You can find me on Instagram at DAREAL Lou_CJ on Instagram, and I ain't really active on Facebook like that, so just check me out on Instagram. On SoundCloud, I got my music on all platforms right now: Spotify, iTunes, Apple, anything. Just look me up, Lucj J.
Hey, there you go. A couple more questions before we start to wrap it up. Now you mentioned earlier you're a spouse, you got 4 kids. Now, like also being like a family person, do you feel like you have to like separate like the music side and the family side, or do you feel like that's just all one thing for you?
Oh, that's one, because without them I couldn't be where I'm at now. Lucj J stands for Lucy is my childhood name. J stands for my kids and my husband. All of them start with the name J. So I kept that foundation in.
Okay, word. So it's all y'all riding together.
Lucj J.
That's what's up. That's dope.
And nobody get left behind.
That's dope. That's real dope. So they just riding there with you. Everybody supports.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. That's what's
My
up.
husband, my big supporter.
Hey, that's how it should be. That's hella dope. All right, man. Shoot, man. If you got anybody here in the scene that you've been seeing, anybody you want to work with, anybody you want to reach out to?
I ain't meet too many people. I met a couple of people at the Coast to Coast Live, but I'm willing to work with anybody.
Okay.
Now I'm willing to help me help each other. You know what I'm saying? I'm all, but that's my motto. Helping each other. So.
Feel it.
Anybody want to work with Lucj J? I'm ready.
Hey.
I'm ready.
She already told y'all where to find her too. So just holla at her.
Yep.
Get on that collab. Business tip.
Business.
You know what it is. All right, man. Anybody you want to shout out before we wrap it up?
I want to give a shout out to my husband, my brother, my friends Kelly. She right here recording for me. Yeah. My friend Donna, my friends here locally, my friends back home, just everybody. I'm shouting everybody. And shouting out that 229, baby, because I'm finna put the city on. Believe that.
Man, big facts. And then I guess one thing we'll leave them on, something inspirational to any of the females who's out there trying to come up, especially like some of these younger females who may not feel like the confidence to get out there and show their talent. Like what would you say to them?
Go for it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about what nobody else say. Go for it.
Yeah.
I don't even care if you feel your rap ain't all the way there yet. Just keep going for it. You see the industry now, you'll make it. As long as you keep that negative vibe and keep that positive in, you got it.
Y'all heard it here, man. Lucj J is qualified. This is Factory. Y'all already know what it is, man. We out. Y'all follow her. Alright? Alright, bet. What's happening? It's your man, Qualified. We here live. It's the Factory show, and I got my man, Sly Bandz, in the building. What's poppin', G?
Sly Bandz in the cut.
Hey.
Just came out of the Kick It With Factory show for a little while. Tell my story. Talk a little about who I am. You know, give some promotion for who I am. Give some promotion for my brand and what I do.
Okay, word. I feel it. Yeah. So, man, first question, Sly Bandz. Where did the name come from?
Sly Bandz. So, I come from the street.
Yeah.
I just did a song called Bottom Dwellers.
Okay.
And it's just that I come from the bottom, and the people I grew up with, the people who I was around that I looked up to as like my big homies and whatnot, they call me Sly.
Yeah.
Because I was always that cat that was like super, I guess you could say like slick with it and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, so the
finesse kid.
The finesse kid type of deal, yeah.
I feel it.
Yeah.
And I think Bandz is obvious because you got to the money, right?
Got to the money. The money is the motive. I'm always keeping myself in a position where the money's on my mind, you know what I mean? It has to be like everything is calculated towards the money, towards getting money to feed my family, towards money to do my music, do my clothes, do the things that I'm into.
I feel it, man. Okay, word. So, you said you came from the streets, came from the bottom. Give us a little bit of background about like where you come from and what makes you you. What makes you the artist that you are, the hustler that you are. What's your motivation? Where'd that come from?
So my motivation comes purely from the fact that, you know what I mean, I grew up in like Section 8 home, projects type of deal, Hawaii version of projects, but projects type of deal, being on, you know, food stamps, being on, sometimes we didn't have electricity at my house and whatnot, so it's kind of like, you know, just a lot of plight, going through hardship in life and stuff like that. So that's the things that drove me to wanting to do music, is to put my pain into a direction where people feel me and I'm somebody that's, you know what I mean, appreciated in a scene, you know?
Yeah, you want the people to connect with what you went through.
Yeah.
Because there's people out there still going through it, so you reaching out to them, I feel it.
Yeah.
Alright, man. So your music, like when did you actually start like recording and going out here and doing stuff?
So, well, I mean, not just, only like 2 years ago I actually got serious and actually doing stuff with Curbside Worldwide with Mr. Astro Guillotine. Shout out Astro Guillotine for always putting me on and treating me like fam every time, you know. So he was actually the guy to where I was doing a song called Dreamer, and when I put it up on Instagram, one of my other friends shot the video to him, and he was like, "Oh, this cat got something. This cat got something here." So he was like, "Oh, fuck with that. I'm gonna try and work with him." So ever since then, I've just been, you know, staying plugged in with Curbside, staying plugged in with Astro. Wherever Astro had connects, he would link me up with the connects. That's how I met Stud. You know, that's how I met people, and I got into the game the way I got into the game at this point.
Yeah. Okay, word.
Yeah.
And so like musically, what would you say that your style is like? So for somebody who has never heard a Sly Bandz song, like what would you compare it to?
I got a storyteller vibe, so it's like I like to tell stories throughout my music, and I like to project where I've come from. So I don't know if you would call it like trappy and whatnot, but it's kind of just like hoodlum, but at the same time it's like a vibe to where people can feel it.
Okay.
Like an educated hoodlum type of
Yeah. Okay. Word. Yeah. You got here on like some Young Jeezy type shit. I see it.
Some Young Jeezy.
Yeah. Nah, man. Okay. So, do you have like multiple projects out? I know we was just listening to some stuff off of Apple Music. So, I mean, obviously you on iTunes. Like, how many projects is out right now?
So I got Dream Route. The song Dream I Did It Stood. I put that out. That was my first song I've ever put out.
Yeah.
And I did that, and it went out on all platforms. I did it through DistroKid. I got that song. I got Fuck With Me. And then I got Bottom Dwellers on the way. We still haven't dropped it yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But you dropping singles?
Dropping singles. I'm trying to save some stuff to try to make an EP or like an actual album right now. So it's like, it's kind of trying to see like what I can put out that's gonna be a single, and what I can save to put on an EP or an album type of deal.
Okay, word.
Yeah.
So what about shows, like performances? What's going on?
So I just did my first show.
Yeah.
I just did my first ever show.
Yeah.
At HP Social Hawaiian Brian's at the Crossroads, and we performed Bottom Dwellers, me and Astro.
Okay, word.
And
How that shit feel, bro?
That shit was lit. That shit was that was what I've been waiting for to get in and feel that vibe, and being up there and feeling right at home, and it all came together, all right there. Like I was having doubts about if I wasn't gonna be ready to be up there in front of all these people, but I come from a family of performers, so it's kind of in the blood to be up there and doing that, and putting on a show for people.
Yeah, so this ain't even new to you then.
It's not.
Yeah, okay.
Here it is. And I've done island music before. Coming from like the east side where I come from and whatnot, like that's what they do. Like we jam ukulele and we sing, and we do all that island stuff. And it was just me converting what I already knew from doing that type of music to now doing hip hop music, because this is what I ended up falling in love with, was rap. And
Alright, so falling in love with rap. Who was it that you were listening to that kind of led to that?
Honestly, Lil Weezy. I was up on some Lil Weezy on some tune.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's still my nigga. Like I still love listening to Lil Wayne. Like when I'm feeling like I listen to some good stuff to get me back in the vibe. I'll throw on some Dedication 5. You know what I mean? I'll throw on some Lil Wayne, and it's just like I don't see the game ever having somebody like that again come around. So it's like that's the person I looked up to heavy.
Oh man, Wayne had a hell of a run, man. I'll tell you what, man. Like there was a period of time where like back when I actually still listened to the radio, you couldn't go 5 seconds without hearing a Wayne song, Wayne on somebody's song, Wayne on a commercial, nigga, whatever the fuck. Like,
he was on Sprite, like commercial. I was like, what?
He was everywhere, man.
Everything.
In video games and shit. Secret Code. I think Secret Code in 2K, some shit.
What?
I think so. That was like 2K. I forget which one, man. But like he was on or a celebrity team. It was weird.
That's dope.
But yeah, man. So Lil Wayne was a big influence.
Lil Wayne was a big influence, and then it was Drake. I mean, Drake came out of Young Money, so it was kind of just like whatever Wayne started doing afterwards. It's just like, oh man, this guy gotta be fire. Wayne fucking with this guy gotta be fire. So
Okay, so
that's how I got
on the team.
Yeah, that type of deal.
That's what's up. Who are some other artists that kind of stand out to you? Maybe not like that were big influences coming into starting to do hip hop, but just artists who are out currently. And these could be artists here locally or like on the national scale.
So like I actually have a weird, like I like some weird people. So I love McConan. Like when I Love McConan came out with Drake and stuff, like I was fucking I Love McConan. So I started listening to his
Going up on a Tuesday.
And then I started listening to like I Don't Sell My Legs.
Hey, that was
my
dope right there, boy.
I was like, what is this shit? But then
and the coke, yo.
So I was like, oh shit. So it was like I Love McConan, and then there was like I had a phase when I was listening to like Wiz Khalifa and stuff when Wiz Khalifa was coming up. I had that phase when he was doing like Cabin Fever and stuff.
Yeah.
That was shit. When he came out with Cabin Fever, so I was writing that. You know,
yeah.
There was that, and then there was like
Right after rolling shit. That
Bruh,
shit was fire.
they had a nice run too, so I was like writing that shit when they was listening to that shit.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. Today it's like I don't know. I don't really like the new wave rappers as much, like the mumble rapper type of people. I don't really fuck with that much because it's like a lot of them are talking about the same shit. You know what I mean? It's like it all sounds the same. It really does. So it's kind of hard for me to like actually like any of those guys. But I fuck with Future. Like I like Future.
Okay.
I like his vibe that he do.
Yeah.
I like his singing vibe, and then it's got like a trap thing to it.
Thanks.
Yeah.
What's up? So you mentioned earlier too that you had that you're doing like clothes as well.
Yeah.
So like I've seen there's a history, long history in hip hop of the rappers getting into the fashion world because hip hop influences both. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So did you brought some stuff?
I got you guys some merch actually from Hearts on Sleeves. So I started a brand called Hearts on Sleeves. Started a brand called Hearts on Sleeves, and so like on all of our cards we got like this story to tell on it. So it's like what we about. I brought some merch for you and
Oh wow! Okay, look at that!
Show some love, you know.
Hey.
Show some love.
Hey, look at that!
I got them all packaged.
You see that? This is real. Yo, check this out, man. Just a PSA to future factory guests. If you have merch or you have gifts for me and Stud, especially Stud, please bring them out. Bring them all out.
Bring them out.
Bring them out. Turn it around.
Yeah.
Let them see it.
I got that Hearts on Sleeves hustle.
It is.
That hustle line.
We hustling. Yeah.
Opening up presents.
You know what I mean?
Coming out like Santa Claus.
Hey, that's what I was about to say. It's Christmas. Christmas and whatever month this comes out. You see that? You see that? I know y'all see it.
That's all love. That's all
yeah,
love.
Man. Appreciate it. Thank you, man.
Gotta bring the party favors.
Hey. This man knows. Man. Okay. So before we start wrapping it up, a few more things. So you said you already mentioned that you're down with Curbside. Shout out to Astro. That's my man's. So tell us a little bit about the crew. Who all is down with the crew currently? What's going on? Y'all dropping like a group project?
We on the low with it right now, but we're working on some group stuff. So in Curbside right now, we got me, Sly Bandz, we got Astro Guillotine, which is the ringleader, and then we got Young Six, we got P Ray Z, we got Mesmer, we got No Shade, and we got Kid Chris. So that's like the immediate fam on Curbside right now.
That's dope, man.
Yeah, we got a whole gang of youngins on there.
I see it. That's a whole movement.
Already
the Astro, man.
Yeah.
Word, man. So if you could look into the future, man, where would you see yourself? Where would you see the team in like the next 5 years?
So in the next 5 years, I could see us doing something like a Young Money type of deal, like to where everybody come up strong together, and then we branch off and we even go out and we take in new acts if that's what if that's what other people want to do, and I have nothing wrong with that. Like that's what we're doing right now. So I feel like it'd be beneficial for all of us to come up one time together, and then branch off with the strength that we have from the fam, and then we go and do our own type of deal. But always remember that this is where we come from, this is our family, always take care. Like if I'm eating, you eating, you know what I mean, type of deal. Everybody break bread together type of deal. So I would say maybe in like the next 5 years, I would call it like just being tight with family. That's what I would see with us, is just doing our shows, you know what I mean, and always collabing and always being there with each other and talking and just treating it like a big family.
Curbside Music Group. Think about it, Astro.
Curbside Worldwide, Sly Bandz in the cut.
Hey. Yeah. We out here getting to the money. All right, man. Last question before we get out of here. You look athletic. Pause. So this last question. If you could compare your rap style to somebody who's currently in the NBA right now, like who would your rap style be?
I don't really watch basketball. I don't really watch sports, but I would maybe say like, wouldn't even be right now. I would say maybe like AI.
Okay.
Some Allen Iverson now.
Yeah.
Maybe like some. That's my favorite. Like
Yeah.
of all time, I would say Allen Iverson is like my favorite guy. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't really compare it to him, but I would just say that like, if I could ever have that energy that he had, that would be the type of person that I would you know what I mean, spiritually want to link up with and have the same type of vibe.
Yeah. No, that's dope.
Yeah.
Me, man, I'm D'Angelo Russell because I got that ice in my vein.
Yeah.
Alright, man. Any shout outs you want to give before we wrap it up?
I just want to shout out to Stud, shouts out to Quali for putting me on.
Oh, that's me.
After the show, shouts out to Curbside Worldwide.
Yeah.
Shouts out to Astro Guillotine. Shouts out to everybody on Curbside Worldwide. Shouts out to my girlfriend Lay. Shouts out to my family for always being there for me, and just shouts out to the whole Hawaii hip hop scene for doing what they're doing out there.
Oh man, facts. Yeah. Alright, man, y'all seen it here. It's your man Quali. It's Sly Bandz.
Sly Bandz.
You already know. Hearts on sleeves.
Hearts on
Hearts
sleeves.
on sleeves.
Hearts on sleeves. We coming.
Get your
You'll be
merch.
seeing it.
Get your merch.
Yeah.
Alright, man, we out. Factory.